afternoon and welcome to the Gym Owners Fitness Business Podcast. This week is Men's International Health Week. So what better way to talk about men's health than to get the guru himself from Peaks Life on the line, and that is Mike Warren. Good afternoon, Mike.
Young Mel, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for letting me join you today.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome. Now, Mike, you are known for helping people improve their energy, their health, their mind, body and sleep through the Peaks Life. And what we're talking about today, ditch the Dad Bod. So, come on, let's just get stuck straight into this. What is ditch the Dad Bod?
It goes back a bit because you and I have been friends for many, many years. I obviously back in the fitness industry, life was good. We were young, we were fit, and our whole world was around fitness and looking after ourselves. But as you get older, and especially guys, primarily over 40, we start to get the old dad bod, which is where we start to let things go. We start to think about other priorities. It could be our partner, our kids, our career, and the dad bod gets left to the end. And so we start to get this body that's not sort of obese, it may not be hugely fat, but it's just been left on the back burner. And so that's kind of what I did. I was in the fitness industry way back when, and I've been in the fitness industry for years. But then I took about 5 years there where I hit the corporate world, travelled a bunch, drank far too much, ate far too much, got fat, got lazy, and got myself my very own dad bod.
And
so that was probably about 5. Go on.
Yeah, no, and I was just about to say, and if we don't get the dad bod in shape, it becomes the grandpa bod.
It does. Unfortunately, it's we've got a window of opportunity before the dad bod becomes the dead bod, and the dead bod could be physically actually dead, or it could be well on its way or irreparable. And unfortunately, the serious side, it's not just about the cosmetic look of the dad bod. Underlying the dad bod is a whole bunch of medical and health conditions that come to the forefront when you start to let your physical health and well-being going. So it is critically important we nip it in the bud. When the dad bod starts knocking, we got to start doing something about it and get in shape early and maintain that right through to our later years.
I totally agree with that, Mike. And of course, you know, International Health Week is also about men's mental health. So how important is a healthy lifestyle, great diet, sleep? How did all of these come together to create, you know, an amazing, you know, ditch the dad bod, let's look at yourself as being, you know, the new man of the 40s and 50s. How do all of those things together create a better lifestyle for men?
Well, let me give you the thumbnail. So early this year, sort of pre-COVID, we ran through the Peaks Life, which is a wellness company. We do a bunch of corporate wellness, and we help people in a whole bunch of different areas. But one of the things we ran was a challenge, and it was an eating, sleep, and movement exercise challenge, and we got about 200 people involved. Of the 200, about 50, 60 of the guys in the group really bonded together and got some amazing results over the 21 days.
Yeah.
But what became very obvious was not just the fact that they were moving their bodies and eating a clean diet and sleeping really well, but it was the camaraderie and the motivation that got them through. And so that sort of spawned the idea that whether we're members of a gym, whether we're outdoor exercisers, whether we're keto, whether we're carnivore, whether we're just clean eaters, whether we sleep well or not, one of the critical factors is getting guys, and guys need this, getting guys together in a comfortable forum to create ongoing motivation on a daily basis when they're going through the ditching the dad bod journey, because they need that kick up the bum. They need the accountability, and they need that motivation.
I agree with you there, Mike. I mean, you know, it's hard for guys. Let's face it, you know, they get up, they go to work, they come home, they've got family, they've got kids, and sometimes there's a very high expectation of what they have to deliver every single day. And, you know, one moment they can be 30 and the next moment they wake up and they're celebrating their 50th birthday. And I think it's really hard for guys in terms of like understanding diet and healthy eating. You know, the majority of them, you know, may get up and go to work, and instead of taking something healthy to have at lunchtime, you know, they're heading over to the takeaway shop across the road, or perhaps they just don't understand that what healthy eating is. So just taking a step back there where you spoke about keto, paleo, and, the carnivore diet, what is the difference? What is the difference?
So essentially, when we're talking about, specifically in our case, we're talking about guys getting an eating plan. So one of our focus areas is food, getting an eating plan that suits their body. Now, for a while there, we were focused heavily on keto, and we still are. We love keto, high fat, moderate protein, zero carbs, does great things. Guys' bodies respond really well to keto. But then we've got carnivore. Carnivore is obviously high protein, still lower in fat, but none of the vegetables, none of the carbs. There's paleo, there's clean eating, there's a bunch of different ways to eat. So we're very passionate about not telling guys specifically, you've got to eat this way. What we're doing is saying, hey, here's a bunch of different ways to eat. One of them will suit your body and get you the results you want. The idea is not to be locked in to a way of eating just because your mates do it or maybe your partner does it, but find what works for you. Get rid of the shit, get rid of the sugars and the carbs, and get rid of some of the stuff you don't need to eat. Eat clean, so remove the stuff you don't necessarily want, the packaged stuff, the produced stuff. Bring back natural foods, head more towards ancestral type eating the good stuff. Tidy up your diet and find something that works, strips the fat off, gets the body back into shape, and then maintains it, both your wellness and your energy and your size and shape long term.
So we're doing a lot of telling the guys what they should be doing, but how do you educate them on that? So it's easy for me to go, you shouldn't be having lots of carbs and you shouldn't be having this, you shouldn't be having that. But some men and women need to actually be sat down and said, this is how you do it, these are the steps. So what are the steps to educating men on better eating?
So I think, guys are very different because guys, especially in the groups, the Ditch the Dad Bod group was put together simply to put guys in a place and space where they could learn, they could interact, and they could get motivation, accountability. So in the group, we do tell, there is eating plans or guidance. So if a guy says in the group, I want a keto plan, there's keto plans, there are a carnivore plan, they can have a plan. But a lot of the time the guys like to have a plan, but they don't like to be told what to do. Yeah. They like to be given guidance, or they like to be given information around specific areas. So a guy might say, look, I want to go keto, but the first thing I'm going to do is strip the carbs out. And that might be their first thing. Because they've got a slightly different mindset, they may take it as a project. They'll say, right, I'm going to remove the carbs. So for that particular individual, they just want to strip the carbs out. So their whole focus for the first month is stripping the carbs out. Then they might want to increase the fats, and then they might want to look at the protein. So they do it differently to typically downloading an eating plan, just approaching it. Guys tend to get motivated when there's information available, but they will take that information on board when they're ready, and if it's pushed in their face, they cross their arms, they go, nah, not for me, and they go back into their shells.
Totally agree with that. Yes, men do have a tendency to cross their arms and go back to the shelves. Most definitely. Again, but I will say, I know women that have done that too. So what are some of the things you do? I mean, you have a fantastic support group. You've got your own, Ditch the Dad Bod community happening. So let's say I'm a club owner. So let's look at this on a bigger scale. I'm a club owner and I say to you, look, Mike, I want to get all of my men 40 and over who are wanting to, become healthier, get themselves more motivated, get their bodies back in shape. Is this something that I can launch as a program in my club, or is this something that you feel that needs to be just done in your own community where Mike Warren looks after the Ditch the Dad Bod team?
So a bit of both, because it's a good question. The focus for us is not about where that individual's located. We've got now 60, 70 members. We're into week 2, I think, of the initiative. We're growing daily, but we've got members around the world who are coming on board who are being either sent to us by gyms or by contacts and saying, this person recommended Ditch the Dad Bod. Well, why? Because this particular guy wants to be in a community. They want to join this Facebook group where there's a bunch of other guys just like them whose focus is getting their food right, getting their eating plan sorted, whose focus is getting their movement right, getting their exercise, their gym, their weights, their cardio, their outdoor sport program organised, and getting their sleep sorted because we know that's critical. So there are 3 focus areas. Then we look at the mindset and the motivation and accountability. So any member of any gym anywhere, if you're a guy over 40 with a dad bod, you could be in the group. It's free to join. You just jump in there and you're just interacting with other blokes who are going through the same journey. Each of the blokes will then go out and do their own exercise and do their own thing. They may go to their own gym or go for a run or a cycle or a swim, but they come back together in the community and share their experience, and they motivate other blokes just like them around the world. That's how it works.
All right, so let's talk about movement then, Mike. So let's say we've got a deconditioned male, he's 45, 50, his eldest son or daughter's getting married in 6 months' time and he wants to look fantastic in the wedding photos. And, you know, so we're saying go join the gym. That can be pretty frightening for some men. What are some of the steps that you could put in place if they said to you, Mike, I'm not comfortable going to a gym just yet, you know, I weigh 125 kilos. What's some of the movements or exercise that they could be doing before they join the gym?
That's a great question, because we have a lot of guys who come into the group who would never join a gym straight up. So I'm working with a guy at the moment in the US who is 150, 160 pounds. He's just had gastric band surgery. He's in a dark space and place, and he wants to get back into exercise. So we're putting him through a walking program, just giving him some advice and some guidance on walking and stretching. But his goal is to get back in the gym because he loves the gym and he wants to get back in the gym. But we're just guiding him through, and there's a bunch of guys on there giving him some support and some motivation and giving him some cheer on as he goes through the journey. In a 3 or 4 weeks' time, he'll be comfortable to go back to the gym, find the right gym, ask the right questions, and get himself a nice, gentle program to get back inside the gym that he loves and he wants to be there. But he needs a group to help him get that process started.
I mean, social interaction is extremely important, and if they've got that within your network, you can only, you know, hope for success. Let me ask you something. Obviously, this is a global program because you just said you've got a client in the US. So, all right, this is a global program. So what Mike's saying, it doesn't matter where you live in the world. If you're a male or you have a male friend, they can opt in for Mike's Ditch the Dad Bod program. And I have to say, Mike, that is a tongue twister.
We actually just call it Dad Bod, Mel. We've
Dad
got
Bod.
Because everyone just calls it Dad Bod or the Dad Bod tribe, whatever we call it. But it's the easy word is Dad Bod. Everyone knows what a Dad Bod is, and no one's really super comfortable in a Dad Bod. So that's what's stuck.
And I love it, but I have to say I actually really do love Ditch the Dad Bod, but I've got to say it slowly. So let's go to sleep. Now, in today's society, there's more men working night shift as opposed to what there was 20 or 30 years ago. There's more men that are fly in, fly out. The job of working, 9 to 5, as we both know, that's a rarity now. That's actually a gift if you've got a 9 to 5 job that pays well. So how do we deal with those ridiculous sleep patterns that men have now put together? So I know, like in my case, my husband, he sits up and watches television. He goes to sleep with the telly on, can sleep with the telly on, and then wakes up the next day and says, I had a shocking sleep. How can we fix the sleep patterns? But most importantly, Mike, how can women help their partners fix their sleep patterns?
It's a great question. I mean, obviously we're adding the COVID pandemic on top of that, where we've all been had major stress and sleep disruption for the last 2 months. They're all in the same basket globally, which is a good thing. We all realise the importance of getting great sleep. I don't think 5 years ago sleep was on our agenda because we didn't realise how critical it is. Now we know it is, but you're right, it is challenging. So we have some simple strategies. One of the simplest is having a PM routine. So it's getting the guys to develop a robust evening routine when they finish work and get home, that they get into a relaxed state. They might do some stretching or some breathing. They might take time to read a book. They wind down, they de-screen their eyes for about an hour before they go to sleep. That simple tip alone has helped so many of the guys just get in a better space and place. And then when they go to bed, we're looking for a cool environment. We're looking for no light. We're looking for minimal sound. We're looking for a sleep environment that is conducive to sleep. And then we've got some fancy toys that we all have, like sleep trackers, which tell us how much sleep we get so we can monitor it. And those type of things will really assist in getting the best quality and the best quantity of sleep. And the sleep will have a huge impact on ditching the dad bod, whether it's the weight loss, the fatigue, the stress. All those things happen when we're asleep. All that reparative and restorative type work gets done by our body when we're asleep. So when you get great sleep, it just plays into everything else in ditch the dad bod.
So what you're really saying, Mike, is that we've got to put the phone down, don't we? We've got to stop the
Yeah.
scrolling on social media.
Well, we don't just stop scrolling, but we do it to realise if you're a social media person or if you're a screen person, as we all are, and it's not a problem, it just is. But if you're having a drama sleeping, if you're wired and tired late at night, if your eyes are closed but you're wide awake, then you need to find a way to wind down. That's taking the hour before you go to bed, a hot drink of some type with no caffeine in it, some sort of stretching or mobility, some sort of breathing, something relaxing that doesn't stimulate the brain. Tell your body in some way, shape or form that you're going to bed, you're going to sleep soon, and let your body start to wind down. Then you can meditate and you can listen to relaxing music. You can do all that stuff before you go to sleep. Then when you go to sleep, give your body a good place to sleep. Make sure it's cool, make sure it's dark, make sure it's a nice place for your body to sleep, and you're doing everything possible to give yourself good sleep.
I might have to take some of that on board for myself. I do. So let's. I've actually got two last questions for you, Mike. What are the warning signs for men that they have to change and they have to do it now?
Yeah, good one. So we have two warning signs. So, not two warning signs, but probably two big ones. One is unfortunately a health intervention, which means something breaks. So a bloke can be cruising along quite happily with a dad bod, doing okay, but then they have a health intervention. They have a medical scare of some type, and it could be, could be a fleeting feeling in their chest, could be breathlessness, could be an injury. Something happens, and they go, you know what, my body is in need of care. So that's normally the first trigger. Or often we have that trigger around how they feel about their body. It could be a new partner, it could be the kids, it could be themselves looking at their body and going, you know what, this body is just not going to get me through to old age. And cosmetically, they don't like the way they look and the way they feel, and they put their hand up and say, I want to ditch the dad body. Where do I go?
Yeah. Mike, I'm going to ask you something. You're very passionate about helping. I mean, you're very passionate about helping everybody, but obviously helping men is something that runs very, very deep for you. What was the turning point in your life that said to you, shit, this is not good, I need to change? What woke you up?
So really easy for me. I've always been a fitness head, and I had that a few years where I wasn't, and I became an alcoholic, and I say that with absolute clarity and no level of embarrassment, because I was one of those guys who drank every day because it was my world. I was travelling and socialising and doing stuff. I started every day, or most days, with a vodka shot. That was just my wake up in the morning. It was just terrible. That's what I did. I had a bunch of beers during the day because I had the flexibility to do it. And that just got worse, and it became something I did on a daily basis. And at one stage I said, you know what, enough's enough. This is bullshit. Everything's a blur. My kids, my family, my career deserve better. And I drew a line in the sand and said, right, cold turkey. So we did cold turkey, started the movement, started the sleep, started that process. I got my shit together, and it took me a couple of years to get back in shape. And then I came good, and I said to myself, this is great. I'm feeling good, and all my mates are going, looking good. It's awesome. And I was really selfish around not telling anybody because I did my own thing. And at some stage I said, you know what, I should be true to my word. There is guys out there just like me who are struggling, who are in a space and place where they don't want to be. And it's my duty to do what I can to help them. So that's what Ditch the Dad Bod is about. It's a free process. It's just getting the guys in a space and place to help. And that's why I'm so incredibly passionate, because I know there's guys like me out there who just need to kick up the arse, be put in the location, have a chat with some of the boys, and get the motivation to get the results they deserve.
What difference has it made to your family life?
Really significant, actually, because I've been doing this now personally for the last 2 or 3 years, getting myself in shape. My relationship with my kids, I've got 5 kids from 22 down to 4. The young tackers, how old is she? 6, and of course she's growing up. The 6-year-old and the 10-year-old, the relationship I have is, I'd say, doubled in intensity and in passion and in love, because we do so much more together. We're able to interact. I play sports with them. My close circle of friends, my wife, everyone has noticed a significant change, not only in the way I look and feel, but my connection to people, my interest in people, the way that I conduct myself. Everyone seems to notice, and I love my life. I feel like I'm 25 years old and I've got this huge passion and energy, and the family and friends are noticing that absolute lift, and it's, you know, the benefits are endless.
Mike, it's a gorgeous story to hear. And I love that you share it with everybody. And I really do believe that your message right now, there would be hundreds of men that are listening to our podcast that are saying, yep, that's me. And I really do need to get my life into shape. I have young kids, I have a family. And, you know, the reality is we all want to enjoy our kids. We want to become grandparents. We want to see our kids get married. But the only way that we're going to do that is if we do the right thing by ourselves and look after ourselves. You've had some incredible insights and information for everybody today. And I know that there's going to be a lot of people that want to join the Dad Bod tribe. And I even believe that there'd be clubs out there or personal trainers out there now who would probably love to be able to set up something similar. So obviously, if people want to talk to you, where is the best place for them to get a hold of Mike Warren?
So there's a couple of things. So firstly, if they're looking for Dad Bod, it's really easy to find. It's called Ditch the Dad Bod. It's a free Facebook group. You can search on Facebook and the group will come up. We're there and we're loud and proud, so jump on that and you can join the group. If you want to contact me directly, whether you're a personal trainer, club owner, or just want some information, the best email is mike@thepeakslife, one word, thepeakslife.com. Contact me and I'm happy to give you all the information. But a lot of it is in the Dad Bod group, so jump in there. The more men we have in that group, whether you're an active participant or just having a look and getting ideas, the better. So I'd encourage anybody who's a bloke over 40 or has a mate who's a bloke over 40 to get on there and be part of the community.
Well, everybody, you've heard Mike's story and you know that his mission now is to help men improve their energy, their health, their mind, body and sleep to have an absolutely amazing life. Mike, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. I'm going to be dropping all of your details into the bottom of the podcast and offline I'll be chatting to Mike, and if he's got any other information that we can also drop into the podcast, there'll be some attachments below this information and you guys can click on it, have a look and perhaps make the first step to improving your life, and that's getting in touch with Mike and becoming part of the community at Ditch the Dad Bod. Mike, thank you very much for your time this afternoon.
Awesome, Mel. Thank you for your time. Love being on the show.
You're absolutely welcome. And I'd just like to remind everybody today that today's episode is supported and sponsored by FitRec, fitness registration for fitness professionals. Have a lovely day, everybody.